and the bike's sliding all over the place. And after a couple of hours, I ended up pulling off in this one little intersection that we've gone through at least twice every year. And I've always kind of wondered what was in this little store. And essentially it's some lady's house that she turned into a general store. I can't remember the name of the town because it's not a fucking town. It's an intersection that somehow made it into a map dot. I don't understand. But we pulled in there because my nerves were fried and I was starting to get cold and wet. And took about 10 or 15 minutes, you know, collect myself and warm up and dry off a little bit. Drink a Coke. And then we headed on out, and it was really kind of cool because we were on our way back into Clarksville coming down, I think it's Highway 7. Well, it's right here. No, it's 21. What was the name of that town? I can't read sideways. Fallsville. Those of you who were there the first year of Fallsville is where we had to stop and wait for Steel Horse Club to show up and decide that he couldn't hack it, and he just had to be back at the hotel when Billy showed up. It's that little general store that's right there. Well, anyway, on the way out back into Clarksville, we're coming down out through what is it, Ozone, I think it is. And is it Ozone? Hell, I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, Ozone. We're coming down through Ozone, and what it is the road. You're leaving the Ozarks, and you're going into this big river valley for the Arkansas River. And it started to kind of dry out, and we were coming down the hill and running through some of the twisties, and the leaves were changing colors. And she's from Pennsylvania, and she's telling me that it's drab and it's not all that wonderful, and I'm thinking, fuck, it's not brown. You know. So I found a nice little spot to pull off and grab a couple of pictures of the bike. And as we were coming out, you don't see it so much when you're going in, but as you're coming out, you look off to the right and there's a couple of clearings, and you can see the hills that literally just form a line across the landscape. And it's like flat on the left and it's not flat on the right. And we come down underneath the clouds, and you see the clouds rolling up into the hills, and the sun is setting below them, and they're all fucking bright orange and yellow and gold and all these wonderful colors. And I was like, dude, that is freaking awesome. So that was kind of a cool part of the ride. Now the ride wasn't a total wash. I mentioned that she kind of sort of fell asleep on me. Well, there was one spot when it had stopped raining, or actually it had never started raining in this one spot. So the roads were nice and dry, and it's all those sweepers, you know, that we ride. And I was like, yay, dry cement, and fucking laid into it. She said that she kind of perked up pretty quick after that, and when I started throwing the bike through the corners a little bit. And I still wasn't even riding that hard, because in that kind of a situation, you seriously never know when you're gonna come around the corner and there's gonna be a fucking water puddle and thunderstorm and shit. And fucking weather in the hills just sucks, man. It's so horribly unpredictable. But the ride back to Houston kind of blew, but whatever, you know, it's the typical end of the vacation, now you gotta ride 500 miles just to get home thing, and that generally sucks no matter what the weather's like. But yeah, that was the first half of Thanksgiving. I got home on I think it was Tuesday, and then we did the whole Thanksgiving thing and all that shit. And yeah, so, you know, Thanksgiving was cool, and I really did have a bunch of videos. And what you've been watching is I'll call it the highlight reel of the pig trail in the rain. And if it's, you know, I'm not going to dick with the speeds or anything like that. So that's kind of what I've been up to lately.